Ever wondered why California is called California? Or how we ended up with names like Massachusetts, Kentucky, or Idaho? Each state name is a time capsule, a whisper from history, a blend of cultures, myths, languages, and even honest mistakes. Today we're diving deep, not just into maps and geography, but into how each U.S. state got its name. Some are obvious, others completely wild. Let's start with the obvious, and then get to the weird. Maine likely named after the French province of Maine, or maybe from mainland to distinguish it from nearby islands. New Hampshire named after Hampshire in England. Vermont, from the French words vert mont, meaning green mountain. Massachusetts named after the Massachusetts tribe. It means at the Great Hill. Rhode Island, not actually an island, named after the Greek island of Rhodes, sort of. It was likely a mix-up. Connecticut from the Mohegan Pequot word Quinnitukut, meaning beside the long tidal river. New York, originally New Amsterdam, renamed after the Duke of York. New Jersey, named after the island of Jersey in the English Channel. Pennsylvania named after William Penn. Sylvania means woods in Latin, Penn's Woods. Delaware named after Lord de la Warr, a British nobleman who never even stepped foot in Delaware. Ohio, from the Iroquois word Ohio, meaning Great River. Indiana means land of the Indians. Ironically, most tribes were later forced out. Illinois, named after the Illiniwek tribe. The S is silent. Michigan from the Ojibwe word Michigama, meaning large water. Wisconsin, probably from the Miami word mesconsing, possibly meaning it lies red. Minnesota, from the Dakota word Minnesota, meaning clear blue water. Iowa, named after the Iowa tribe. Missouri, from the Missouria tribe, town of the large canoes. North Dakota and South Dakota, both named after the Dakota Sioux. Dakota means friends or allies. Nebraska, from the Oto word Nibrazge, meaning flat water. Kansas, from the Kanza or Kaw tribe, people of the south wind. California named after a fictional island in a 16th century Spanish novel. It was ruled by warrior women. Spanish explorers thought they'd found it. Oregon, nobody knows for sure. It might come from a French word for hurricane, or a misinterpretation of a native name for the Columbia River. Washington named after George Washington, the only state named after a U.S. president. Nevada Spanish for snow-covered. Arizona, possibly from a Basque or indigenous word for small spring, or the name of a mining site, Arizonac. Utah named after the Ute tribe, people of the mountains. Colorado Spanish for colored red, likely referring to the Colorado River. Idaho, a made-up word. A lobbyist claimed it meant gem of the mountains. It doesn't. Montana, from the Spanish word for mountain. Wyoming, from a native word meaning at the big river flat, borrowed from a valley in Pennsylvania. Texas, from the Caddo word Taisha, meaning friends. Oklahoma, from two Choctaw words, Okla, people, and Huma, red people, Arkansas. A French version of the Quapaw tribe's name. The S is silent. Louisiana, named for King Louis XIV of France. Mississippi, from the Ojibwe word Mississippi, meaning Great River. Alabama, probably from the Alabamu tribe, possibly meaning plant gatherers. Georgia, named after King George II. Florida, named by Spanish explorers during the Easter season. Pascua, Florida, means Feast of Flowers. South Carolina and North Carolina named after King Charles I. Carolus, in Latin. Carolina means land of Charles. Tennessee, probably from the Cherokee town of Tennessee. The exact meaning is lost. Kentucky, from the Iroquois word Kentaten, meaning land of tomorrow. Hawaii, named after a legendary Polynesian navigator, Hawaii Iloa. The name may mean homeland. Alaska, from the Aleut word Alaksak, mainland, or the object toward which the sea is directed. West Virginia split from Virginia during the Civil War to stay in the Union. Virginia, named after Queen Elizabeth I, The Virgin Queen. New Mexico, named after the older region of Nuevo Mexico, not the country. Maryland, named for Queen Henrietta Maria of England. So next time you're on a road trip, staring at a welcome sign, remember, every state name is a story, a snapshot of what people believed, loved, or misunderstood. From made-up native words, to literal names like Flatwater, to mythical warrior queens, our map is a puzzle of history, legend, and legacy. Which state name surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. And if you liked this ride through time, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories they definitely didn't teach you in school. Stay curious, stay grounded. This is Deepmind Daily.